reality is this parable is one of the scariest passages in all of Scripture, because I believe this is what the parable is saying, and I believe the fear is that potentially, if we're not careful, because we don't allow the seed, we don't allow the kingdom of heaven that is so vast, and that is so deep, and is so bigger, and so much wider than anything that we can ever imagine, anything that we've ever dreamt about. It's incomparable. And oftentimes, because we don't wait, we accept the invitation, but we don't like the journey. We don't like the path that's required to allow the seed to germinate and to grow into this vast crop. And oftentimes what happens is we don't like it. We just put what's fake in place of it. We just, although it's potentially pricey, and although it's, because the reality is this plant right here costs more than a pack of seeds. But we like the immediacy. We like how this looks. And we don't even have to maintain how that looks in life. It's from a fear based on what this passage says, because there's no reason to mince words. What this passage is saying is that the seed that didn't fall in the deep, fertile soil, the seed that fell in the shallow dirt, the seed that fell on the path, the seed that fell in a place where there was weeds and thorns, those seeds end up abandoning and never fully knowing who Jesus is. And in Matthew 7, what does it say to the seeds? What does it say to the people who show up and say, "But I went to church and they cast out demons in your name. Jesus, depart from me. I never knew you." If we're not careful, I believe because of the shallow gospel that is being preached in America, I believe the vast majority of Christians look like that fake plant standing right there. Because it's far easier to look like this than it is to remain close or to follow Jesus close enough so the seed really becomes what it was meant to be. And so the seed really becomes, with its roots dug down deep, in its image, in its identity, found in Christ and Christ alone. I believe this is one of the reasons why North American Christianity isn't seeing the effects of 100-fold and 60-fold and 30-fold. And yet, places like China, where it's illegal, is experiencing 100-fold, 60-fold, and 30-fold. Because they get what it means to stay close enough to Jesus to understand what it means to be a disciple. The Bible's clear. Only those who are close enough and stay close enough are the ones who understand the kingdom of God and the ones who understand the kingdom of heaven. That's why Jesus speaks in parables. He speaks in parables because there's some who think that they know. The Bible calls them Pharisees. And our churches are chock full of Pharisees. There's some who think they know because they've got all the right answers. And Jesus is sitting there saying, I'm standing right in front of you, and you have no clue. You look like that. The reality is what this parable teaches us is there can be a dead tree, there can be a fake tree, but there can be a real tree. Tonight as we leave here, our community is made up of dead trees, of fake trees, some real trees. And the ones who are real, the ones, and the ones that this community will be built on. I'm wondering as we leave tonight if that's you. I'm wondering if you're close enough to Jesus that you know the secrets of the kingdom of God. It's good, isn't it? Because Jesus promises that if you want to get close enough, I will tell you things that the prophets of the Old Testament never heard, dreamed about hearing. But I'll reveal it to you if you stay close enough. If you stay close enough, there's life on the other side. I promise you. You ever think about the kingdom of God and the kingdom of heaven? The other partial thing that if you would answer is about this place still becoming this time that to be. The other part is the It's about here and now. It's about here and now. So as we walk away from this, those who are close enough to Jesus understand that this Jesus life that this parable speaks of, this death that this parable speaks of, those understand it here and now. That's good. It's good. Because Jesus says there's still more life yet to live, and there's still more truth yet to be heard. Stay close, and your ears will be open, and your eyes will be open. You're going to see this, and you're going to explain it. You're going to be able to explain it to others. That's what the New Testament church is called. It's our job to be a living, visible expression of the Old Testament visible reality that was known as God. That's our privilege. God, tonight as we leave this place, even as I read this passage, Father, I pray that the Holy Spirit illuminates and the Holy Spirit enlightens the deep creases of our hearts. Because the reality tonight is we will miss everything that you have to teach us about the kingdom of God. About your kingdom. The life-giving, life-breathing reality, the deep, nuanced life that is found, Father. When you say in John 10:10, I'll come and give them life and give them life to the full. Father, that life only happens when we repent, when we turn from the rebellion of sin, and we follow close to your heart. Father, tonight, draw us, because we know we can only follow as you draw. Draw us close to your heart, and may we respond. May we respond, because Father, we long to hear the secrets of your kingdom. We long to hear the secrets that you have in store for us if we get close enough. Father, we love you. We thank you in your precious name. Amen. Guys, stand next to the band. The doctor. So I appreciate you guys. I love you. We're going to jump. We're going to stay. This is going to be a rich series. We're going to look into, we're going to be in Luke the rest of the month. And this is really interesting. There's 10 chapters in the middle of Luke that historically have come to be known as the travel narrative. Jesus, as he leaves Galilee, so we started with a parable in Galilee. Jesus now, as we get into Luke here, he leaves Galilee on his way to Jerusalem, and everything that he talks about these 10 chapters is just parables. It's so good. So don't miss it. Bring someone with you next week, and we'll see you guys. We love you, we thank you, and we believe in you, not because you are, but because who Christ is. And so be the church as we leave this place. We'll see you next week. Love you.